Your Big Ten tournament storylines on quarterfinal Friday. A scoring performance from Megan Gustafson that this tournament had never seen before, but it was in a losing effort as Minnesota squeaked one out in the afternoon session. Just one of your storylines and 4 games that we showed you with the Maryland Hall of Famer, Christy Winter-Scott. I'm Lisa Byington, but let's start there in the 2 games in the afternoon session. And the 2 top seeds advance. Let's start with Ohio State winning.
Yeah, Ohio State had 4 players in double figures. Kelsey Mitchell had 22 points in that contest. We know what she can do. She can razzle, she can dazzle, and drop dimes off without looking. But she is just a special talent that the Big Ten will miss once she graduates this summer. The senior, the player of the year, as voted by the coaches this year, was the key cog for Ohio State.
That was in game number 1. In game number 2, late buckets from Minnesota was the difference. How about Kanisha Bell getting one of them? And this Gopher team, man, don't sell them short. Carly Wagner finding the freshman Destiny Pitts. But the story, Megan Gustafson had a tournament record 48 points in that game, a new single-season scoring record.
Well, she was just magnificent and unstoppable. She was just a problem. No one could stop her. They threw multiple defenders her way, but she was able to get 48 points. And she also had 15 rebounds to boot, so she was all over the place, impacting the game.
Okay, so those were the 2 games in the afternoon session. And then the evening session, it was our first time checking out the Maryland Terps. Remember, they are the 3-time defending tournament champs, and they took care of business in their game.
They did. It was nip and tuck to start that game, and Maryland finally got into a flow because of one Kayla Charles, and she was just fantastic for Maryland on the offensive end. And when Kyla gets the ball, you know it's going to be a mismatch problem for any kind of opponents. She was taking the ball to the bucket and scoring at will, especially early on, making her imprint on the game. Kyla Charles, a special sophomore.
Number 2 seed is off and running, and then it was Nebraska against Michigan, and Hannah Whitish had quite the second half.
Well, I'm a fan. We were calling her H-Dub for all of the cold-blooded plays that she displayed as Nebraska took over and won against Michigan to move on in the semifinals.
Well, she had 17 points. No surprises in those quarterfinal games as all the top 4 seeds got the double bye and all top 4 seeds advance into the semifinals. And you can catch both of those games on BTN on Saturday.